What up, what up, what up? Bankroll Tim, bet it up. Y'all see this motherfucking 70 Chevelle sitting here? Man, frame off. Nasty. It's got a Fab 9 up underneath of it. It's got some QA1 double adjustable shocks in the back. Of course, it's got that big block Chevy in there. Boom. Oh, this bitch is so nice. Just one of the guys coming by, say what's up. Man. The Malibu there in the background is done. Can't get a hold of the owner. Maybe he busy, maybe he gone, but he could at least give me a text back and say something. But it's done, ready to go. I think it's out of gas. And it running a little rough. The plug wires, you could push the plug wires on another 1/2 inch easy on the spark plug. So like I said, I thought it was running with the choke closed, but so it's got a little, when you're revving it up, it's like you can feel it, like it's not hitting on all cylinders. It's only got a Street Fire distributor in it, MSD, so it really needs an MSD box and shit like that. It might have the wrong plugs in it, might just be out of gas, I don't know. But anyways, this Chevelle right here, y'all, woo, look at that. Them stock rims, right? But then it's got that fatter tire on the back to fill up that well. You see them 1/2 inch screw-in studs right there. Boom, fitted. That's a nice ass billet steering wheel. Ooh, got a shift light in there. Boom. Got that original shifter. Boom. Original interior. Boom. Man, very, very, very nice. But yeah, 70 Chevelle, y'all. If y'all don't know, 70 was the first year the 2 headlights. All right, take that back. 70 was fitted more, where the Chevelle, the 68s and 69s were angled. But then 71 went to a single headlight, and 72 single headlight. Some people, when they're ordering harnesses and stuff like that, so I was saying some cars could be changed to where people changed a 70 and put a 71 front end on it and shit like that. What is the movie, Dwayne Johnson, Faster? If you look at that Chevelle that he's driving in there, I forget which way it is. It's either a 70 front end or 71 front end, but then the taillights are a 71 or 72 taillight, so it's different. If anybody wants to watch that movie again and see what I'm talking about, but you'll see. But man, this thing is fucking beautiful. It's so clean underneath, and like I said, frame off. Boom, there's that Fab 9 up underneath there. Boom. Like I said, the QA1 double adjustable shocks. So double adjustable meaning there's 2 knobs on the bottom of the shock. You got your rebound and compression and rebound, so that way you can set all that. But you can see that big ass exhaust right there. Got them tips on there. Big block, sounding so mean. You can see the frame off. Frame's powder coated. Boom. Beautiful, 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 beautiful. Clean as shit. Fat ass tire. Got them BFs on there, you know, them white letters. Oh, the car is beautiful. The silver matches all the way through, the fender, the doors. But yeah, y'all, you see it. All right, let me tell you some more about this. I brought the ass end down about 1.5 inches. It should settle a little bit more. This car with the body, if anybody was watching, you can see the body is on the frame a little twisted. So I had a 3/4 spacer on this wheel. I dropped down to a 1/2 inch spacer. I could probably take it down a little more. So with the body being on the frame towards the driver's side, this wheel would have sat under a lot more if it was bolted straight on. So I took the rear end, I moved the rear end this way some so I could bring the passenger wheel in, because the passenger wheel does not have a spacer on it at all. Not a 1/4 inch, not an 1/8 inch, not a 1/2 inch, nothing. It was bolted directly on. So I moved the rear end over this way a little bit, realigned it all, brought the rear end forward a little bit. I straightened up the body a little bit more right there and trimmed it a little bit more right there, but you can see how it broke the paint and the Bondo away when the lower setup broke and the wheel went forward. Like I said, I don't hide nothing, I don't keep nothing from nobody. I just wish he hadn't have drove it that last week, but whatever. The other side is chipped up right there too, so when I straightened it out, it broke off, you know, some of the skim coat, the Bondo. It's not like it was fully filled with Bondo, it just had a little skim coat on there. It's like, I don't know, 1/8 inch thick, just in that little area. But I brought the wheel forward some, centered it up more, whatever. But yeah, the Malibu is, I preloaded this side a little bit, so this side sits like a 1/4 inch higher in the back, and the wheel is in just a pinch more than the driver's side because the owner is a big guy. So when he gets in it, you know, that way it's preloaded to hold a little more weight on this side, and the wheel, it sits in just a little bit more, so that way it doesn't rub the outside of the rim inside the quarter. But the body could be loosened up and slid over to the passenger side, and then the bumper could be loosened up and slid over to line back up the quarter panel and all, or the bumper to the back of the car. But yeah, so that's what I was getting over here to show you guys. I mean, you can see the wheel to the wheel lip, you know, and then I know we're dealing with a shadow, but you can see I got this side in just a little bit more, you know, for when he's in there, and it leans down, which it's got the anti-roll, and the anti-roll is preloaded, but you know. Anyways, the car is reading that it's out of gas, so maybe that's why it's sputtering a little bit. You can see the bottom right there, the dust from the light coat of Bondo that's on there when I trimmed it, because when the rear end did twist, it did touch this side just a little bit more. But he says he's got a guy that's gonna fix both sides already and paint it back, so he can straighten up that some more, put the mud on there or whatever, boom, to clean it up. But it doesn't look that bad. This stuff wipes off. So just from cleaning the car, you know, to be better. This cut is a little, like, it don't look bad. But anyways, the rear end is squared up to the frame. I measured on the body from the door mark to the tire on both sides and came up with the same measurement. So, but also squaring the rear end to the frame, both lower control arms are the same length. The upper control arms are a different length because I had to move the rear end over a little bit. So, or actually I think the driver's lower arm is a little bit longer, because if you just move the one, so let's say your wheel is too far this way on this side and the other side's tucked in, and you want to move the rear end to the driver's side, you would lengthen the passenger upper arm and it would push the rear end to the driver's side, and vice versa. If you shorten it, it would pull it this way. The left arm, if you lengthen it, it would push the rear end this way. If you shortened it, it would pull it that way, or vice versa, whatever. But you can square it up. You can't always square up the rear end to the body, because the bodies on G bodies, this side is always closer than the driver's side on a G body, even in the front fender. When you guys see them stock, bolted 24 on their stock, this one over here is bolted on their stock. It's all stock. And like I said, the rear end is this way. And look at the gap. That's a big ass gap. This one kind of has the same amount of gap to it. And in the front, the passenger side, let's see, let's look at that gap right there. Okay, and let's go to the other side real fast, so that way I can be proved a liar. No, this car is, I mean, it might be a tad, like maybe a 1/4 of an inch, but who knows how the alignment is, the shims on the top, or how the car was parked last, which way it pulled the wheels. But anyways, I try to teach this shit as I go to everybody and anybody, and you know, tell them people that think that I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about, that I might know something. I mean, I know I can be confusing, but so 79 Malibu 26s, and yes, those are the same wheels that are in the picture on the wall with the Monte Carlo Carlos out of Joliet or somewhere out there, I don't know. But the 70 Chevelle right there from, or whatever, out of Aurora, Illinois. It sounds mean as hell too, but I'm not just gonna go start it up. And I'm not gonna open the hood. I mean, he's here, but it's all good. It's a big block. You see one big block, you see them all. But some of them big blocks, you gotta watch out. Because when he pulled up, you didn't smell no gas. You know, and the car cruises, and the car gets it. Got a lot of power. And then, let's see. Get a hold of this guy, come get his shit. Got my mom's Explorer on the lift, putting the muffler on it for her, and trying to fix this donut gasket in the front, and putting a left hub bearing on it, and a right rear sway bar link. I've been putting it off because I've had so much shit going on. But it's up there now. There's the old muffler, the seam, all the way down the side of the seam. You see it's blown out, rusted, whatever. Making noise. She don't like that. She wanted to be quiet. I wanted to put a flow master on it. So you see I'm not done welding it. I'm gonna get a light, put the light on top of here so I can see if I miss a spot up here, which, yeah, I mean, I haven't got totally up there yet. And the front, you know, booted up real good. When I first started, I had too much heat and it burned through. Welded the ground to it so I could have a better ground, because that was a problem too. But this gasket right here is blown out, so we got a gasket, but I don't know if I'll be able to get these off, so I'm probably just gonna cut them, and then I'll put a C-clamp on here, and then I'll weld these back together to hold the gasket in there. But yeah, and then the hub bearing, which my son is supposed to be working on, and he's over there yapping. There's the parts changer over there yapping.
Hey, parts changers make money.
I can't tell because the job is still sitting and not done.
I mean, we see it.
He said parts changers make money. He might be right. I might be in the wrong business. Gonna have to sell his dirt bike. His dirt bike's for sale. 2022 dirt bike for sale. You over there acting like you're tough. You over there acting like you're tough?
Ah, beat the shit out of you.
My kid, he's a comedian. We found where he needs to go in life. He a damn comedian. All right, y'all. Bankroll Tim, quick little vid. Saturday, all up in here. Working on my mom's shit. Malibu, done, ready to go. Can't get a hold of the owner. Figured he'd want to fucking come get it and go to that show. The Midwest Connection show. Since you guys want to watch my videos, I appreciate you watching my videos, and then you want to talk shit about me, Mr. Corey Franklin, got all them funny ass things to say. Hopefully you're that funny the day we meet face to face. But anyways, I figured, yeah, he'd want to go to that show. And that's today, the 30th. You know? You guys have seen inside this thing before. Interior is very nice. Counsel's in the trunk. They're doing some work on it. I think I said that before. But the way they did it all. Look at that. I didn't even know. What the fuck is on the dash? That's a key fob, right? Is that a key fob for this thing? I don't know what the fuck that is. I've never seen it. Normally it would be on the thing, right? I wonder if that's for one of his other vehicles. Maybe it is for this. I don't even know. I took the air cleaner off because I thought it was choked out. So I put the air cleaner in the back seat. But the car's still running like, it's like, you know, sputtering as you rev it. But I think the plugs are fouled out. I don't think they put the plug wires on all the way, because I pushed a couple of plug wires and they moved. So I don't think they clipped them on. You know, all these wannabe ass mechanics out there. And let's talk about, here, since I said that, let's talk about when, what was the price of the job that you paid for, you know? If somebody said $1,000 and then you turned around and you, oh no man, I only want to pay this much and woo woo. But then when the car doesn't come out right or something happens, then whose fault is it? It's the mechanic's fault, it's the parts changer's fault, it's the custom fabricator's fault. It's never the owner's fault. In the sense of, like I said, when somebody wants to beat me up on a price, I don't need to deal with you no more. That's it. Don't bring me the car. Don't take it somewhere else. Have somebody else do it. Somebody else can do it faster. There's plenty of people that can do it faster. But when you start saying this and start saying that, and you want to beat me up on a price, years ago I used to let people do that for, you know, a couple $100 here and there. But that couple $100 on them jobs getting beat up on cost me more time and just fucked me up. So no, from now on, if I tell you the price is the price and you want to question it or you want to go ask your friends, don't even bother calling me. Don't come to me. Don't fucking inbox me. Don't text me, because I'm 45 years old. I ain't got time for that. I'm going to give you what you're going to pay me. And if you don't want to pay me and you want to ask other people if it's worth it and oh my God and this and that, then don't bring me your shit. Keep your shit. This is not pointed to anybody in Pacific. This is just pointed out. And when parts break on a car, if a wheel falls off a car, right, and you put the wheel on, right, and the wheel falls off, how the fuck were you even still driving it and not know that your front end was shaking when you get on the brakes, or your back end was shaking or wobbling? You didn't stop to get out to look at it, and then the wheel falls off, and then it's whose fault? It's the mechanic's fault, or it's the custom guy's fault because, oh, the stud broke or this and that. Well, obviously we can know by looking at it if it was a stud that broke from it being loose, a lug nut got stripped out, the wrong lug nuts got put on, you had it at a tire shop because you broke a damn tire or bent a rim and this and that, boom. But still, the driver should be able to know something is wrong and stop the car and be like, man, something's wrong. Not try to hurry up and get it back to the house and, oh, it's right around the corner, but right around the corner is fucking 15 miles away. Come on, man. What's that fucking thing I just saw about two-piece rotor setup for Willwood? Somebody just posted on Midwest Connection. Oh, Willwood two-piece rotors, 0 out of 10 stars, this and that. I don't recommend it. Okay. Let me turn this light on since we're on this subject. This is a two-piece rotor. Okay, this is a two-piece rotor. You see these middle bolts right here? Dude showed on the outside, right there. That's where that inside bolt, not this outside one, this one. The fucking thing broke right here. Now think about it. If these come loose, you get on the brakes, bam, 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 bam. You couldn't tell that there was a clunking in your fucking suspension in the front or on your brakes that was clunking back and forth so fucking bad that you ended up snapping the bolts off? That's your fault. And it's the installer's fault. You see that red that's on there? That's Loctite. All these bolts have Loctite on them. You have to put the shit together correctly. So you guys, I'm not saying you in Pacific that has this rotor issue right now, but there's people out there that want to be fucking cheap. You guys want to have a crackhead in the fucking alley change your shit and for fucking $20 or put this on for $20 or $30. Well, guess what? If that's what happened, you got what you fucking paid for. Now, if you went to somebody that was professional, maybe they forgot to put the Loctite. Maybe they walked away and they did something else and they came back and they thought they had that side done and then they went to the other side. But the bigger point is, everybody driving their cars, if you feel something wrong, you have to stop and find out what the fucking problem is. You guys can't just keep turning up the fucking music for the bass. And guess what bass does, y'all? It shakes the whole fucking car. It fucking vibration shakes fucking bolts loose, shakes nuts loose if the shit's not tight. So if somebody snugs something, bam. Everybody needs to fucking listen. It's never just anybody's fault. Somebody has that fault, yes, but you don't make the situation worse. And then the phone calls, when you want to call and scream and yell at somebody, get the whole fucking story first. I've been through all this. That's why I'm talking on this. Get the whole fucking story first. I've had people come in and swear to fucking God, the fucking wheel has never been off the car before, except for me, and then the car, a wheel falls off. Ain't no fucking wheel ever fall off on one of my fucking cars, you know what I'm saying? But, here you go again. These studs right here. To put these studs in, you gotta have a 12-point socket. These studs go in with fucking Loctite. Like, you can't see a Loctite. And they're probably in here somewhere because this thing's been dripping. But anyways, yeah, you can see right here how it ran down. Boom. So they're Loctite. You can see right here too. Bang. Loctite. These are 1/2-inch screw-in studs. So they screw in from the back. You have to put these in this hat first. Then you put the 5 bolts into here. Then you put the bolts into the fucking rotor here. All these, which you see down there too, they got Loctite on them. No, they're not going to show, but there's Loctite on them. And I use a fucking heavy impact and a torque wrench and all that shit because I had some of these back out before a very long time ago. And then I put them back together. Now, if you guys have them back out, if you can get a ratchet wrench in here and get on here, because you need to be 12-point, and you can hold this, obviously, with the brake, and you tighten the living fuck out of it, bam. Or you take 2 nuts that go on here and you jam them together and then you turn it. But this is, you got to loosen the direction to loosen, turn to the left, because you got to think the head is back here. Boom. But if you ever put the lug nuts on and you have lug nuts you can see through, or you can see back here and this is sticking out, you got to fucking address that issue. 1/2-inch screw-in studs. These axles right here. So 1/2-inch screw-in studs. I'll clean the back of the axle up. It's dirty from sitting here. These are reconditioned axles. 25 inches. I think these are for the line dowel up here. But it looks like there's a nasty groove there, but it's not. Just a shiny spot. But anyways, these, I'll run them down to about 1 inch. I'll put Loctite on them, and I'll hit this motherfucker with the impact. So it, and I got that DeWalt impact that's got like 1,400 or 1,500 foot-pounds of torque to tighten it up. And I'll tighten that motherfucker until it feels like it's gonna break. Alright, yeah. Pontiac will be going on that fucking lift. But yes, I know, I'm all over the fucking board. Like fucking sea biscuit. But anyways, custom fabrication. Custom. One man. Jaden, you still ain't got that fucking hub bearing on? Damn, bro. My kid, he's about...
ain't no fucking parts changer. We custom fabrication, motherfucker.
Okay, well, custom fabricate your fingers on them wrenches to get that fucking hub bearing on.
That's not wrong.
He's about to lose the windows out the side of his car now, y'all.
Trying to abandon my windows alone?
No, I'm about to sell this bike, though. Who wants to buy this thing? If the kid ain't acting right, the bike's going bye-bye. Look, he let it get all dirty now. This dude.
Hey, stop calling.
All right, y'all. Bankroll Tim bedded up. 23, 24 minutes. I know you didn't watch the whole thing. You're probably skipping through right now. But you'll never get that time back. Bankroll Tim bedded up. Appreciate y'all. I'll be back. I'm out.